Hi, I'm Jeremy Flight, Technical Director at Rubica, a design agency in Derby, and in this video I'm going to help you understand whether your business is ready to sell online. During the COVID-19 lockdowns in 2020, some businesses were forced to close their doors, furlough staff and really limp along for a few months, reducing costs as much as possible in response to a dramatic downturn in income. Retailers selling non-essential items were hit really hard, but so were many B2B operators who saw a significant drop in inquiries and in orders for their goods and services. Business owners from all sectors realised that an online revenue stream based on selling their products directly from a website would at the very least ease the financial pressure they were feeling. Online sales during lockdown shot up, and not just for obvious purchases like hand sanitizer. Fundamentally, two things happened. People who previously never bought anything via the internet started to shop online, and people who'd previously bought online started to spend on a wider range of products. This new pattern of behaviour is now a habit for many people. COVID-19 has accelerated the growth in online sales, which was increasing each year anyway. So what does this mean for your business? Should you now offer your goods and services online, paid for on your website by a customer with a credit card? Perhaps, but there are some key things to consider first before you get too far down the road of building your new e-commerce website. And if you don't, you're going to run into issues later on. So in this video, we're going to address this key question. How suitable are your products for e-commerce? Not everything is suited to online selling, and so you need to understand whether your target market is likely to buy your products online. Suitable products tend to share four common features. Homogeneous products are ones that you can buy from various places. They're not unique to a single retailer. Branded products are identical irrespective of where they're purchased, and these are often good candidates for an e-commerce website. A consumer is more likely to purchase an item from your website if they understand exactly what they're buying. Books are a good example. A novel bought from one website is exactly the same as that novel bought from any other, and so in the consumer's mind there's no uncertainty about what they're purchasing. Conversely, personalised items, as well as products that need to be tried or tested before purchase, are not so well suited to online selling. Shoes and spectacles, for instance, are more difficult to sell from an e-commerce website because the consumer is uncertain about whether the item is exactly right for them. Fulfilling online orders is often the area of e-commerce that causes website owners most difficulty. Small, lightweight items are easily shipped and do not involve a high delivery cost that may deter online sales. Often website owners incorporate the delivery cost within the price of their products, so they're able to offer free delivery, which eradicates one of the main reasons why people don't always buy online. A lot of shopping baskets get abandoned when the customer sees how much the delivery charge affects the overall cost of the order. Bulky, heavy items cause problems when it comes to delivery, and this is particularly true for low value items, where a £10 or £20 additional delivery charge isn't likely to be acceptable to the consumer. Consumers' tendency to buy online is strongly related to the perceived risk of making that purchase. A normally cautious customer might adopt a more carefree why not attitude when purchasing an item for £6.99, say. The same person will be more reticent when spending several £100s. Although high-priced products do sell on the internet, you have a natural advantage if you sell lower value items, and you can consider £10 to £50 as your sweet spot. For high street retailers, fixed overheads are more significant than for an online retailer, but for e-commerce operators the cost of sale is higher than for high street counterparts. If you plan to run an e-commerce site, you need sufficient profit in each transaction to be able to accommodate this cost of sale. Specifically, you need margin to cover typical e-commerce trading costs, which are things like marketing spend on Google AdWords and Facebook advertising, transaction costs from the company that manages your customers' online credit and debit card transactions, delivery costs if you're not able to pass these entirely onto the customer, fluctuations in exchange rate if you're selling abroad, and staff costs or time costs involved in picking and packing each order. So there are 4 things to consider in the context of your own business before you launch into e-commerce. But don't be deterred if you don't meet all 4 criteria perfectly. We're increasingly comfortable in society buying online, and everything that happened in 2020 has only caused that trend to accelerate faster. It used to be really challenging to sell products that people typically want to try, test, wear, feel or smell before buying. But online retailers often mitigate those issues these days, both by using technology and by offering buying conditions that make the consumer more confident. An optician's website, for instance, might let you upload a photo of yourself so you can see how glasses will look on you before you buy them. And clothing retailers often have favourable returns policies, which takes away the perceived risk of buying clothes that might not fit you. If your products don't meet all 4 criteria, it doesn't mean you can't sell online. But considering each of these factors is an important part of your e-commerce preparation. Perhaps you'll end up selling online just a selection of your overall product range, if you have some that naturally suit online retail more than others. And if your products don't fit these criteria at all, or if your business sells services rather than products, perhaps look for a different product base entirely. You might source products from elsewhere, perhaps from an existing supplier, and front an online retail operation that generates income for both you and your supplier.